It's deemed America's most haunted house.
It's the Whaley House, and we have exclusive access to it, just us two, for the night.
Something was off with what I saw. It was tall, solid black. They call him shadow figure.
If there's a spirit down there, can you give us a sign?
Mama Whaley would absolutely love for music to ring through the walls.
I was just wondering if I'd be able to play the piano.
You can set off any of our devices.
Catwall!
You're kidding. Can you please turn this flashlight off for us? There was such a shadow figure outside of this window.
Can you make yourself known to us the same way you did with them?
Being myself right now.
What if something's warning us not to go in there?
We're all protected by God.
You're not allowed to touch us.
My back is stinging. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Mackie and Amanda. I'm Mackie.
I'm Amanda,
And we're the Spooky Boos.
I say a lot, like I'm so excited. No, I am literally losing my mind over where we're about to film.
This is somewhere that literally the first time we ever filmed together, we were like, we want to go here.
Well, growing up like in California, in America, it's deemed America's most haunted house.
If you don't know what it is yet, it's the Whaley House.
In Old Town San Diego.
And we have exclusive access to it, just us two, for the night.
So there is a lot of history. It dates back to the 1800s when it was built by Thomas Whaley and his wife. And it was originally a family home, but before that, it was the town's execution site.
It was called the gallows, and multiple men were executed right on the grounds, one of them being Yankee Jim. And there's a lot that goes along with Yankee Jim.
Well, Yankee Jim is actually said to haunt the Whaley home. Even when the Whaleys lived there, they said that it chased him out, basically.
Yeah, Mr. Whaley, who built the house, was actually in attendance of Yankee Jim's execution. The executions weren't the only tragedies that took place in this specific location. There was a lot of death and hardships that happened to the Whaley family in general.
Yeah, so the whole thought is, did all of these tragedies befall the Whaley family because of what was on the site before it was their family's home? Or something else?
So the first thing that was just tragic, their son, who was only 18 months old, passed away from scarlet fever.
The same year that he passed away, as if that wouldn't be hard enough losing a child, Thomas was a businessman. His store burned down.
So at this point, the family started wondering if this is all happening because of where they lived or if they just happened to be cursed.
So they packed up and moved out of the home. They moved all the way up to San Francisco, where tragedy still followed the family. They suffered fires, earthquakes, just crazy things. So while they were away, I also think this is super interesting. Thomas was a businessman. So he didn't just let this house sit empty. He rented it out. So it was a courtroom, a theater, a school.
So there are constantly people in this home, a lot of different emotions running from the courthouse of, as you can imagine, a lot of tears, all the way up to the theater where there was a lot of joy going on. So this house was packed with emotions and people 24/7.
Then in 1885, tragedy struck once again when one of Mr. and Mrs. Whaley's daughters, named Violet, got a hold of her father's handgun and took her own life in the backyard.
And this death absolutely devastated Mr. Whaley. This death specifically, out of everyone, he just could not recover from.
He ended up dying from heart problems, broken heart.
So as you can tell, there are just a lot of tragic events happening inside this home and just on the plot of land in general. Obviously, even when the Whaleys lived there, they claimed it was haunted by Yankee Jim, but all these years later, it's been named the most haunted house in America because of the hundreds of thousands of visitors that go through this house on a yearly basis and the experiences they have, as well as workers.
BuzzFeed Unsolved actually went there. That's the only other video that I was able to find of anyone investigating the Whaley house like we're about to do. And they had some pretty crazy experiences. So I'm excited to see with all of our equipment what we can capture in the Whaley home. Before we head over, I want to tell them a little bit about some of the most reported hauntings. Infants crying. The second floor back room, people say to see a young woman and feel extreme sadness.
A lot of people think that's Violet.
Exactly.
The courtroom is the most heavy room where multiple psychics, multiple different people seem to believe that there is a vortex in the back right corner of that room.
Where the jury would have been sitting.
Yes. So that's just some of the history, some of the hauntings that occur at the Whaley House. We're gonna go over there and find out for ourselves. I'm nervous, but I'm more so excited.
I've never been more excited for a location, I don't think.
So we head over there.
Let's do it.
Before we begin, a little bit of background on me. My name is Banjo. I got my banjo here at the Whaley House. I'm one of the museum supervisors, and it's my job to make sure the museum here is running in decent order, open and close the museum. And one of my favorite perks of my job is coming in and staying. 1 in the morning and doing some investigating in the house. I've been with the Whaley House about 5 years now. I've spent a lot of time here during the day, during the evening, late night. I've spent a lot of time alone here. I've encountered quite a lot in the house with all of my senses. When people ask me what's the most active room in the house, the most close to honest answer I can give is it's practically every room. When you don't expect it is when you should expect it. Be ready.
That's eerie, alright. Alright, so I guess kick us off on this tour. Whoa.
As we pass through the general store, the initial walkthrough I like to be just very quick, brief, and just to the point because you want the juiciness.
Yeah.
You're here to experience, not to hear.
You get it. This is actually gnarly.
This is a room that was built by Thomas Whaley in 1856, intended to be a granary. So it was intended to hold the grain to keep it away from weather and animals. Thomas Whaley would later lease it out, and it was many things: dairy, Sunday school, billiard hall. But the most important thing it ever was San Diego's second courthouse for 2 years between 1869 and 1871. The furniture you see here is from the period. It's all coming from San Diego's third courthouse.
So this was a courthouse while the Whaley family was living here?
This was a courthouse at the same time the Whaleys were eating and sleeping upstairs or in other parts of the house. At the same time, Thomas Whaley would also house his general store on the other side of the wall. The fact that this was only a courthouse for 2 years is really special. That's one of the reasons why we have a historical plaque on the side of the wall that says we're special. Now, because it is a courthouse, it's an area of justice. It's an area where if you don't have that justice, you're probably going to seek some sort of vengeance. And this is where people feel a heavy, vengeful energy. Perhaps it was from those that were executed on the property. Between 1851 and 1852, San Diego's execution ground stood on this property. The gallows sat over in this area of the property, and Thomas Whaley knew all of this. He purchased this property a few years before beginning construction for a very cheap price for the same reason that it was the execution grounds. And that fact might have come back to haunt him.
Oh God.
That's so gnarly. So he knew that people died on the property and just was like, whatever.
In 1852, he would witness the hanging of Yankee Jim.
Oh, we've heard about him.
With his very own eyes. He would return to purchase the property, and he would tell his family that he believed he heard those footsteps in the house. Yeah.
God, could you imagine watching someone's execution and then moving right where they were executed?
Just thinking like, yeah, that's fine. Another thing I've heard is that there's supposedly a vortex, like a spiritual vortex.
That's right. There's a few investigators out there that have brought up the belief that there is maybe some sort of portal, perhaps some sort of vortex in the house. And some say it could be in this area of the house. Now, to be honest, I don't know how you would classify that or describe it. But they say that a portal or a vortex tends to be areas with high activity or high senses, that if you are ever in these areas, you'll be feeling that's very intense. You're free to walk between these chairs if you wish. Please don't sit on them. But I believe it was one of these chairs over by the sides where our friends from BuzzFeed Unsolved felt some specific feelings.
Oh.
Witnessed the last hanging on the property. He would not only witness, but he would also participate in a firing squad execution of a man down the street at the Camposanto Cemetery.
Oh.
The man's name was Antonio Garra. He was a native leader in town, and Thomas Whaley, less than a year after moving down to San Diego, would be one of the men to fire his rifles into Antonio Garra.
Oh my god.
This is Thomas Whaley's general store. It was here at the same time the courtroom was in session. This doorway we walked through was probably not there. These windows had 2 sets of double doors that led out to the commercial balcony. And Thomas Whaley sold almost everything and anything you wanted, from lard to salmon, textiles, liquor. He would be granted a liquor license by the judge on the other side of the wall to sell liquor on legal grounds. One of his best customers was the judge.
We heard that the general store once burnt down.
Yes.
Is it this one?
Not this one specifically. So he was a businessman throughout his whole life. He would set up a few general stores throughout California and San Francisco. General store in San Francisco did burn down.
Okay.
As well as the one on the plaza here in Old Town.
So he lost 2 separate stores.
That's right, at least.
Well, after they moved in here, supposedly Jim, Yankee Jim, I was like, I know, I'm like, we're buddies, we're on a middle name basis. Thomas swears that he had a string of bad luck. Their son, 18 months old, died of scarlet fever.
The infant son died and then the fire happened, right?
That's right. So in 1858, both of those things happened. And it was so strong that it convinces the family to leave for 10 years. There was a few things going up in San Francisco. They were flip-flopping between, how do I say this, earthquakes and fires and just being singled out. Thomas Whaley had a lot of enemies, or he was cursed.
Bum, bum,
It's cursed.
Thomas Whaley's general store is usually visited by Thomas Whaley. Thomas Whaley usually has a controlling nature. You'll feel watched. You might even smell cigar smoke, sweet tobacco. Anything that tells you that this man is the owner of the house and you're just the guest.
They say that guests experience like somebody blowing tobacco smoke in their face, right? Just like my place.
I have had guests tell me they've experienced the cigar smoke, and they explain that it feels like somebody blew tobacco smoke into their taste buds. The feeling and the taste is so intense.
Was this Thomas?
That's Thomas Whaley himself, the handsomest man in Old Town. Nicknamed the mayor of San Diego. Or at least.
He was never really a mayor though, right?
He
just
was
like,
not.
oh my gosh, he's like me.
Honorary mayor.
Yeah. Honorary mayor.
Super embarrassing actually. Just like Jim, I know. Okay.
Mama Whaley. Full French.
Lived a life of leisure.
Somewhere around 410-ish.
410?
410. Small woman.
That's like Sarah Winchester.
Oh, and here's Anna.
There's Anna, the oldest. Lillian, the youngest.
So Anna ended up passing away also.
She does pass away, I believe, 1905, if my memory is still working.
Lillian passed away.
This is Marion. This is great-granddaughter of Mama Whaley. Marion doesn't pass away or live here, but she spent a lot of time here visiting her family. There's her pictured with Mama Whaley.
That's Mama Whaley?
That's Mama Whaley.
Wow.
Now, this one's an interesting story. The reports of a small child began way before we knew the fact that Marion Reynolds was a Whaley that passes away at Oceanside. So there were reports of a small child, specifically in the dining room area. Marion was 10 days away from turning 3. Went up in Oceanside, playing in a backyard, runs into a playful bottle of Kellogg's and paste. So by playful, we mean a rattle cap. The rattle cap attracted a small child so much enough to put it in her mouth. Laced with arsenic, there was no way back. Before you know it, Marion was gone. And like I said, she doesn't live here, she didn't pass away here, but she visited so often we think she's still visiting from the other side. Usually felt in this area, but
That's sad.
has been encountered throughout the whole property. The only real detail that I could share about the kitchen, apart from it being built back in those times, is this is where the servants slept. I don't exactly know the reason why they would have been sleeping in the kitchen. I'm just putting this into perspective, maybe suffering, lament, and sorrow on behalf of the servants. Let's go upstairs to the theater, you'll walk straight up.
These are so thin. It's crazy how you can like see them warped in the middle.
So I've done some rough math, and by rough math I mean really bad math. I work in a history museum because he does math. So if you count 2 feet per person, 100,000 visitors a year, that's a lot of feet stomping on these, and that's probably why they've been falling down. Original staircase, original banister, original floorboards. So these are about 1850. We don't really like to go in there, I'm not gonna lie. We like to give the kids their own privacy. Overnight, this is the only light that stays on.
Oh, for like a nightlight for the kids.
That's really cool.
Master bedroom is the room where mainly Mama Whaley would sleep. It is believed that Thomas Whaley might not have slept in this room with Mama Whaley all the time. Thomas Whaley was gone on business, so she spent a lot of time with her kids. Even the older daughter spent more time with Mama taking care of her. In the nursery room, we do have Mama Whaley's rocking chair. Now, there's a strong belief that this might be the rocking chair that Mama Whaley would have been holding Tommy Jr. in. There's no way to know for sure. We do know that he passes away on a cold night in January. Mama Whaley was most likely rocking him away in her rocking chair.
So sad.
It's tragic.
Tragic. That same year, 1858, above the staircase used to be a skylight. San Diego's first and only reported hurricane takes it away.
Oh my god. Even my workers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff to go wrong.
I know.
Theater.
Oh, this
Oh.
is a completely different house. Wow.
We began the house
my God.
in 1869.
Wow.
But the year previous, in 1868, the Whaleys were still in San Francisco. This house sat mostly empty, with ads in the newspapers going up allowing the lease or rental of the property for any purpose. Just give some rent money to Thomas Whaley, and eventually we have a Tanner troop arriving from San Francisco. Thomas Tanner was up in San Francisco, but he loses his wife. He comes down to San Diego with his traveling theater troupe. They put on shows for San Diego beginning in December 2nd, where newspapers report 150 in attendance for that first performance.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All in this room? All in this room. Most likely packed like sardines.
Wow.
Oh my god.
No CDC guideline, no fire code.
Wow.
Just risking it all.
That sounds like repulsive now at this time in life.
These were 3 doors. These were 6 individual doors leading out. So that allowed for a lot more foot traffic to be in and out, most likely not coming through the middle of the house's stairway.
Interesting. Wow.
But the more interesting note is that by December 22nd, Thomas Tanner was 6 feet under. Just like that, 2.5 weeks after opening night, Thomas Tanner kicks the bucket, passes away. Most likely to consumption, although it is open for contest. It might have been syphilis. All we know is that he passes away on the 2nd floor of the Whaley House. The second death in the house, specifically 10 years after the first death. The second Thomas to pass away, although not the right Thomas.
Oh my gosh, it almost makes me wonder if like it's not so much Thomas himself that was haunted, but anyone who had something to do with this property, like running business on it, you know? I don't know, it's a thought.
It's a thought. The theater was here December. They were out by February. By then we're in 1869. The courtroom comes in. The general store comes in. The Whaleys come back from San Francisco. And from 1869 onward, everything is pretty fine and dandy. Business was fine until it wasn't. There was a big economic downturn in the 70s. Thomas Whaley would seek help in other parts of the country for jobs and income. He had a lot of mouths to feed by then, and he lives. And as the curse continues, that's the best thing he could have until 1885. In 1885, daughter Violet goes through a rough patch in her relationship, culminates in a divorce, and it encourages Violet to attempt suicide. Now, if you look out this window, right at the drop-off of this angled ceiling would have been a well. Right at the drop-off of this angled would have been a well, a cistern. So a cistern collects rainwater, and a well dropped down 35 feet. And Violet felt that that was her ticket out of this world. So she jumps into the well to try to kill herself on the 5th of July, 1885. I really believe she was in a place where she didn't want to be, specifically in this home, and with the marriage going up in flames, her ticket out of this house was not a guarantee. And the only guarantee out of this house was a guarantee out of the world. She was saved from the well, though. Her father pulls her out. They place her under careful watch or suicide watch. But we do know that she writes about it. Her family writes about it. And we do know it was in the master bedroom where she would have been under careful watch. Mama Whaley and daughter, or older sister Anna, were consistently watching over her. And then August 19th, she finds her father's revolver.
Oh no.
She had been playing her family. She had been earning their confidence slowly over time to trust them with a set of keys. She uses those sets of keys to retrieve her father's revolver tucked away in a lockbox. She sneaks it into the outhouse, 6:30 in the morning, August 19th, aims it at her heart and takes her life away. She would be 22 for eternity. The outhouse was located right behind this small brick structure on the opposite corner.
And then she was brought into the house.
She was brought.
What? Is it here?
I swear.
What?
It was just something in the staircase that just really just caught my eye.
Really? Someone here?
I'm serious, it like threw me off. Okay, so her father hears a shot, brings her back in from the outhouse, brings her through the back door and sets her down into the parlor. So that's probably where we should go. But before we go, this was just another bedroom. We display a few of the items excavated from the well. The San Diego State Archaeological Department came through. Professional archaeologists and their students excavated 80,000, that's 4 zeros, 80,000 artifacts from the well. And what they do is they really physically tie the Whaley's story and their laments and their history to this specific location. And we learn things about the Whaleys. For example, they liked ketchup and Dr. Pepper. They were people.
Good people.
So one common question that I've had throughout all my years working here, do you think they like it that their house is a museum? Do you think they would like it with all these hundreds of people going through their house?
It makes me kind of wonder how the businesses have always been cursed. If the museum's almost a happy life to it, since it seems like nothing bad has happened to it yet.
It's hard to breathe in this room.
I was seeing the same thing, that it's so, I was wondering if it was so stuffy or...
I don't know, it's like hard to get a breath.
We all are like...
I know.
Mama Whaley lives to the long age in her 80s. She would pass away in this specific room. Later in life of the Whaley home, known to be the dining room. It was also the room where there was a lot of birth. The Whaleys had a granddaughter by the name of Mabel. She was born in this house. Anna Whaley was also born in this house. But Anna Eloise, Mama Whaley, would pass away in this room. She was the second to last death in the house. After Violet, before Frank. Frank, the oldest son, was the 5th death in the house. 1 year after Mama Whaley. By then, Thomas Whaley was long gone. He would pass away 5 years after Violet's very own suicide. Mama Whaley would outlive her husband. She would outlive her daughter and her son.
So 7 family members total. How many?
5 would pass away in the house. Thomas Whaley himself would not pass away here, although he is right behind you. And 3 men executed on the property.
Oh my God.
There have been 8 confirmed deaths on the property.
How did Mama Whaley pass away?
We believe she had stomach problems. She was in her 80s. Most of the last half of her life was practically mourning. Lillian lived in the house until 1953. She would leave us a lot of journal entries. She was practically one of Violet's best friends. She would tell us a lot of what we knew nowadays.
Is this actually the revolver?
Lillian Whaley, the youngest daughter, claims that it is her best pocket revolver. Now, I'm going to throw this out there just to tickle your minds, but it is unproven. It is known that this revolver went missing for part of its life. It was actually found on the property behind this property under a home. Although when it was found, Lillian quickly jumped up to announce that it was her gun. She had lost it. She had been looking for it for a while, and she used to carry it in her pocket when she took a horse buggy from here into downtown. And I'm looking at your eyes. I know what you're doing. She says it's her gun. And the only thing I can really say is that it is the same caliber that Violet would have used. And that's all I can really say.
Scandal.
Scandal for sure. I really can't picture the necessity for a vest pocket revolver if you're a librarian or an opera singer. She might have been deadly beautiful, so maybe she had a lot of attention from guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Wild West, you're going into downtown, you don't know who you're going to meet. So, parlor, probably the deadliest room in the house.
This is the parlor.
Violet gets brought in to a low-lying settee under this window. Thomas Whaley would place Violet in her last resting place. He would spend the last moments with her before running out and calling for help. But really, there wasn't anything he could really do. She had just missed her heart, but it was fatal enough to take her life within 15 minutes. Wow. And Thomas Whaley was just distraught. He was destroyed. Some medical professionals have told me that when you go through a heart ache, through a tragedy like that, there's physical pain that your heart goes through where your fibers will burst and you cannot replenish those cells as quickly as, say, something else in your body. So 5 years later, Thomas Whaley himself has heart problems that take him away from the world.
Oh my gosh.
Died of a broken
I've heard of that happening a lot with like elderly couples that have been married for like 50 years. One of them will pass away and not long after the next one will go because he just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Broken heart.
Swans do that too. Fun swan fact.
Now, Thomas Whaley would, throughout his time, tell his kids and family that he did witness the hangings on the property. He didn't care. He got a good deal on the property. He built his house. He didn't care. He heard the footsteps. He might have cared a little bit. Mm-hmm. But he would tell his kids that it was really the archway that made him think twice.
Oh!
He would tell
Do you know
his
where
kids
you're standing, Tyler?
This very archway.
that
It's
the
not very archway.
marks the spot where the gallows used to stand.
Oh my god.
Do you know where the gallows? What happened there? My good friend Jim, middle name basis.
Wow.
That's where he was hanged, right?
That's where he was. So Thomas Whaley was there. He would know. He also constructed the house. Was he showing Yankee Jim his place from beyond the grave? Make your own decision.
I guess we'll find
Now
out
I'm getting all
tonight.
riled up, and I just feel like it's also shaped like this is the only archway in the house that I've seen. You know what else is arches?
The only archway. in the house.
Tombstones.
Oh.
I don't know.
Very taunting.
Thomas, things are looking a little sus for you right now.
Yeah, they are.
You know, nobody's ever made that parallel to a tombstone. That's really crazy.
It's just because it's the only archway.
Yeah. There's an interview a long time ago they did with the original founder of the museum, and she said the gallows were still standing here as they were constructing that side of the house. And as they began to move an inch closer to this side of the property, either the gallows served as part of the structure or they were torn down and used in other parts of the structure. Lumber was hard to come by.
So it could really like be around like the entire house.
Speculation, but absolutely. During the initial walkthrough, I like to give you everything that I have so that you can understand. There's definitely reasons for it to be haunted. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
But really the only way to know it's haunted is through experience. So now's the time.
The time has come.
We're patient and we're open. So what do you guys say? We turn off lights?
Yeah, I say we make it pitch black in
Pitch
here.
black.
Let's do it. Bye.
They see it, yeah.
The craziest chills all of a sudden.
Wow. It's also so hot in here.
It's really hot.
It is. Here's something about this house. You walk in here in the mornings and it is hot. It feels like people are running around. It feels like there's a party going on.
That's
it feels
crazy.
like people are here all the time. Some folks say that spirits require that energy, and we're this just bank of energy walking through their house.
Yeah.
Constantly.
You know, putting into perspective, things like this make sense.
So I think like the main things we want to do are the parlor room, the courthouse. There are 2 other rooms.
Was that your stomach?
What? My stomach hasn't done anything. What?
Did you hear that? It sounded like it was totally...
What was it?
It didn't even sound like actual words. And it was like super short. It was
gurgle?
Yeah, literally a gurgle. That's like the perfect word. It was just like 2 like little I don't know. It was gross. What's the craziest experience you've had?
So it's a good story, and look at this. It's not stopping.
Oh my gosh.
So it's getting worse.
Overheating in here just so everyone knows how
This happened a long time ago. Same story though. It was hot in the house. It's summertime. It's in the middle of the day. We are packed busy. I'm standing in the hallway. We have both doors open, and we have both doors open. You have to keep an eye on both. You're literally cross-eyeing your face to make sure nobody's sneaking in, making sure people know the rules. And I'm swinging my head back and forth. And as I'm swinging my head, really quickly, just a super half second, a reflection right in this mirror into the parlor. Clear as day, the shape of a man in a void black waltzing across the room with the confidence I've only ever seen in a child.
Oh my god.
So it does happen. Children sneak into this room all the time. Usually they make it to the guitar before, we carry them out. But something was off with what I saw. It was tall. It was solid black. They call him shadow figure.
Yeah.
Right.
But not very shady, not very shadowy. It was solid black, and its movement is what really threw me off. So I did run over, I swung my head in, I didn't see anything. I ran to the other doorway, nothing. I ran into the last doorway, nobody on this wing of the bottom floor, nobody. I'm so lost and I'm just confused, and I blow it off, I don't think about it. Then, a few months later, I'm opening the house in the courtroom.
So dark.
Someone's here with us.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The whisper?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was me. Someone's
No. I looked back at you because I heard the whisper. As we were walking through the doorway.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say?
Someone's here with us.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, do you see
So,
There's definitely like some energy here. It's definitely a younger energy.
this is so random, and like I would just kick myself if I didn't ask. And like this could be totally wrong. Like I don't even know if this is with you. But when you haven't lost a brother or anything, or a friend when you were young? Because I definitely feel like this younger energy is with you.
With me specifically?
Yeah. I'm like sweating talking about it. It felt like a young boy, and his name started with like an I or an E, something along those, but that's like all I'm picking up so far.
Not off the top of my head, no. And these are communications that you get.
Yeah, well, I saw, it just looked like a small figure, like, and I saw him walk by your, like, elbow height. So I'm thinking he was kind of, like, younger, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome. Shouldn't be worried, right?
No, it didn't feel bad at all. That's why I'm thinking this was definitely a person, which is why I normally never ask, like, if I'm not 100% sure, but I just saw him standing right next to you when we were in that other room before we walked in here, and I told Mackie when we were in this doorway, someone's definitely here.
Oh my God.
But I'm curious who it is.
E or I?
An E and an I.
So, okay, in the past organization, we ran a junior docent program. And one of my junior docents, 16 years old, absolutely did not ever want to be in the house by himself. In one moment, while we were still closing down the house, standing from the hallway, looking into this room, you did see a small shape, same shadow figure, but small in this area. Right in this area, right from the side of the hallway in this courtroom. And he described it as very short.
Oh my God.
Very short and dark. So I've always felt whatever is here is almost playful.
Yeah.
Child in nature. Sometimes people ask me, when's the most haunting time? When does everything usually happen? Oh, it's at night. It's after the tours are done. It's when you're here alone. Yes, and yes. But honestly, morning. It's in the morning when you're here opening up the museum.
Like around 6? Or?
Not even 7, 8, and 9. Opening the house one morning. First thing you do is you want to get some light in the house. So I raise one window blind. And as I'm walking to the second window blind, right about here, in that reflection of the picture frame, you can see into the general store. And first thing that I saw that morning, clearly the same man, same figure, broad shoulders, that's how I knew it was a man. Broad shoulders, head, solid black, not walking across this time, but actually peering around the doorway. Very quick, very solid, and I jumped.
All right, should we head upstairs? You are going crazy right now.
I'll lead the way, I guess.
Thank God.
How'd you feel upstairs? Were there any spots where you're like, wait, it just sounded like something like shuffling around directly above us right here.
Above us right here is the walkway right in front of that legacy room.
The legacy room.
With all the artifacts from the well.
Sorry, the SDSU dig room, yes.
So is this a back door?
That was more like the commercial entrances. He was from New York, so the bottom was business, the top was party.
That's right.
Kind of like a reverse mold.
So,
Did you hear
counting
that?
down.
What was that? That came from in there though, right?
No, it sounded like it came from out there.
Really? I fully heard it in there.
It just sounded like, I don't know, 3 little, like, almost like a bead had dropped, like, and it does, like, the tap, tap, tap before it rolls, you know, where it gets, like, really quick.
Marbles dropping?
Yeah, like marbles, like if a marble dropped.
It's just the kids playing.
Lumbo.
All right.
Wait, did you hear that?
All right. All right.
Wait, did you hear that? That sounded like
Something like a metal.
like downstairs, like in the kitchen. Did you hear
Like
it?
so, like a fork
Wait.
dropping.
But do you hear the clanging downstairs?
Someone down there? If there's a spirit down there, can you give us a sign? Can you do that again? I didn't want to interrupt, but right when I was saying that, it looked like just almost like a black cattail whip around right here, just like
Up high?
that. Like I looked over, and as I looked over, it went behind.
Really?
Black.
Is that
Like,
something that's reported?
There's a cat on property.
No.
Wait, like a dead cat?
Ghost cat, yeah.
But it wasn't just like the shape of it, the way it like whipped around.
Like caressing the walls.
Yeah.
Like cats do. Cats are ghosts in nature, right?
I believe that.
It, like
That's why we get along
just-
so well.
But it was like up high, so
That's
I guess
odd.
cats-
That's something that's.
But I guess ghost cats can go like wherever they want.
He's just walking on walls.
Yeah. I mean, cats try to get up there when they're living, so.
Okay.
That was crazy though, that noise down there.
It sounded like in the kitchen, like clanging, like some
Yeah.
like pots and pans are cooking, like someone was literally cooking. So this is where you showed us. Oh, the well would have been like down past this drop off.
Right there, right in that drop off between us and probably the light there.
This family is.
Set this in there real quick.
Do it.
Pod.
Awesome. Now, what do you predict in this room? Sense, motion, temperature?
Honestly, for me, I feel like this was one of the most mellow rooms. Like it just feels like a lot of happy energy in here to me.
I'm going to agree with that. There was a point in time when this room was the family's parlor room. This is the room where they would hang out. A very inviting room, lots of light. There's other rooms in the house, though, not so inviting.
Which rooms were those?
For me, personally, it's the dining room,
Okay.
as well as the master bedroom.
It's so crazy.
Master right there.
Right there.
I think we should set one in there too. I just want to put one down in here.
The granddaughter who died, what was her name?
Marion.
Marion. How old was she when she passed away?
She was 2 years, and she was 10 days away from turning 3. So
All right.
between there. Don't look behind me like
No, it's
I know, isn't it horrible?
It looks like someone, like a. It just looks like a shadow in there.
And the master?
You first. You guys would like? You can sit crisscross applesauce for
Ooh.
a bit. Just take it all in.
Oh.
Immediately, I have the gnarliest pain in my back stepping in
Really?
here. Like, in my whole back, just this pressure. Like, I just like, rolled off the bed and like hit the ground and knocked the wind out of myself. You know what I
That
mean?
just happened to me too.
And I have a temperature warning on here.
What?
Is this a closet?
Yeah.
Wait, REM pod.
Temperature. And we have the temperature warning on here. If that's something setting off our REM... I was gonna say, can you step away? Again.
Did you hear that?
Was it like talking?
Like right behind you.
No.
Was that someone up here that?
That I heard. If there's someone in this room with us right now, can you go near that red light that we have set up on the chairs, on the bench? Can you go near it and touch it? If you're able to grab the antenna sticking up from it.
Did anyone? What?
Wait, can you make it stop, please?
I started freaking out because right before that, did you hear that rumbling?
Yeah.
Someone was pushing something with wheels across.
I was gonna say it sounded like a cart.
Yes.
Sticking up from it. Would there ever been carts up here though? Like,
girl, like
I mean, kids' toys.
Kids' toys?
Wheels.
oh, that's the kids' room right there, right? Right next to us. Does. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay, that doll is terrifying.
I'm gonna set this in here.
This room, remember, this was Mama Whaley's room. She was going through a lot of mourning. Also, Violet's.
This just went off in my hand.
I watched that.
Now, I've seen these little balls before.
They are cat balls, so it's literally just a cat toy, which is perfect for the cat. But they're
detect
motion
movement.
censored, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they rub on again. Go to this doorway. Then I'm actually gonna put one of.
Can you make it stop? Oh, did you hear me?
Yes. I'm gonna set this one in there where I saw the friggin' thing out for the cat there. Amanda, just
I was
stop.
looking at it like, what's going on?
The cat ball is just going off. If that was you setting off that cat ball, can you touch it again and make it...
The cat balls never go off.
Never.
The cat balls never go off, and none of the other ones are.
Would you be able to do that for us one more time? Just tap that little cat ball we have sitting on the floor right there and make it light up?
Like you just did.
You'd say these would mostly be playful, either cats, children.
Like, it doesn't feel heavy to me up here.
It doesn't to me either. It really, okay, honestly, in that room it did for a minute, but not so bad up here. I was a little bit nervous, honestly, stepping in Mrs. Whaley's room. I was a little apprehensive. I kind of felt like, not that I wasn't like so much as welcome.
Oh my god. There's a cold breeze in here. Not even cold, just cool, but...
Can you step away from that? My God.
This camera, I don't know why it's overheating. Are we able to play this piano?
I'll let you play it if you play it well.
That's also temperature.
Yes.
It detects like a drop or a raise.
Yep.
Yeah, it detects race. Like both of them are going. Cat ball. You're kidding. So the second that stopped beeping, the cat ball went off. It's almost like something is moving through, in and out.
Yeah.
In and out, in and out. Any of you know how to play piano?
I do.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
You want to get down?
I'll get down.
Get down.
Just treat it well.
Wait.
I won't even attempt to sit on this straight.
So this is what I tell some guests. Mama Whaley was a musician. She had her own pump. That is her pump organ in the parlor. She encouraged every child to play an instrument. And I think if she welcomes you into her home and you're respectful of her, she would absolutely love for music to ring through the walls again. So
Should I ask her if I can play the piano?
that'd be very respectful.
All right, Mrs. Whaley.
Wait, introduce yourself.
Oh, my name's Mackie. Thank you for letting me in your home. I was just wondering if I'd be able to play the piano.
Jeez.
Right away, immediately, yes. All right, Mrs. Whaley. If you make them stop, Mackie will start playing the piano as soon as you're ready for her to. Whenever you turn them off.
They were both going at the same time,
Yeah.
so that one went off.
She's ready.
Okay. All right. Okay, here I go.
This one's for you. Mrs. Whaley, if you like Mackie's music, you can set off any of our devices.
Cat ball.
You're kidding, you're kidding. The more you set off, the more we'll know you like it. One of our REM pods go off.
Like an inch of keys.
That's okay, that was really good.
My best, Miss Whaley.
Well-
Mrs. Whaley. Was that okay?
Was that you blowing air out?
That was me.
Oh, God bless, God bless.
My breath.
I'm like, stop somebody.
Mrs. Whaley, can you make one of the REM pods go off again? Or the cat ball? Do you like the piano I played? Tough crowd.
Yikes.
That was crazy though, both the REM pods coming off.
The cat ball immediately if you like it.
These chills that I'm getting, they're throughout my whole body. Like I can feel it in my
When
legs.
I was playing, I was like, just so hot. Just so like overheating.
REM pod. Mrs. Whaley, if you make our cat ball go off. Internal temp too high.
No.
Oh.
Okay, our camera just overheated.
Completely turned off. After that REM pod went off, and then that REM pod just stopped. That one started.
Welcome to the Whaley House.
I know.
real,
Seriously. I hope our footage didn't delete.
Oh, the cat ball.
We're literally filming on our phone right now. Mrs. Whaley, did you set off or did you overheat our camera? Do you feel like it was her that overheated it?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say right before you started filming, Mrs. Whaley, if that was you that overheated our camera, can you set off the cat ball? Because that was the only thing not going off at the time of our camera overheating.
Cat ball.
Cat ball?
Is this one on?
Should be. Try kicking.
They never go off, like you don't even understand.
maybe? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
So that's how much it takes to set it off.
Yeah.
This is the
I was gonna say, I mean, sometimes they're old floorboards, but yeah, this one's not going off.
Mrs. Whaley, can I come in here?
I know. I
I'm
feel like I
like
have to
feeling
ask.
right, like permission.
So I've done a few of these investigations, and sometimes it's amateurs who have never done any sort of investigation. Sometimes it's folks like you that have gone, to many different places and have a communication sense. And it's one thing that everybody tells me is that it's not so much that there's activity here, it's just that it's consistent all the time and it's heightened.
Consistent all the time.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. I feel like me and Miss Whaley are very similar. The stomach issues.
You do have a lot going on.
Music. I like her. I wish she liked me. Okay, I'm gonna grab this too. This detects EMF. If you want to type. The REM pod's going crazy. Ow. Sorry. That was just my knee hitting the wood. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna check.
Mackie. Where people would have been sitting. That's literally what I thought. I thought people would have been sitting on this place when they were all packed in here. Like, there's nothing that could be setting this off.
No.
Literally nothing. Is the camera under here?
No, I'm holding it right here.
Rocky, what could be possibly setting this off?
Nothing.
I mean,
Okay, wait. Just to confirm, if someone's setting this off right now, can you make it spike to red to the highest color on there? Put all your energy into it right now.
We'll give you like 10 seconds. Just warm up. You can take energy from Mackie's camera light. You can take energy from our other devices. But make that spike up as high as you can.
Oh, it did it.
Well, it's just not going any higher than that. So I'm like, it's
Can you go one higher?
Yellow, orange, red?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's staying so consistent that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, should I?
Turn the camera back on.
Right. Oh, that one
cool.
higher. That's higher. It's almost up to
Oh my
red,
god,
right?
the second I turn the lights off. You can take energy from my camera battery right here, but can you just make it go as high as you possibly can? What was that? Oh my god. REM pod. Cap. Oh god, I don't know if the cap.
Like orange.
It did?
Third highest, fourth highest, I mean. It was nowhere else. I was walking around for so long.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should save the music box for the parlor.
Yeah, but Mrs. Whaley likes music. Let's ask her.
I'm not set it up in her room. I feel like if we do, maybe we should do it headed in and out, kind
Yeah.
of walkway.
Let's ask her. Mrs. Whaley, if you'd like us to set up a music box, can you let us know by setting off one of the devices we have set up in here right now? You can hear some music whenever you walk in front of our device, so just let us know if you'd like that.
This turned off in my hand.
It just turned on in your hand. I just watched it. Can you make it beep again and I'll set up the music box for you?
No, you just off again. Literally, and right in his eyes. Like, I just moved it and it was turned off.
Okay, I'll set it off for you. Ow.
So,
Calibrating.
So it's just getting a sense for what's in the room. Right when that played music, that went off.
You want to demonstrate this for Mrs. Whaley?
Mrs. Whaley, this is our music box right here. So if you want to hear that lovely music that you just heard play, all you have to do is walk right in front of our music box. Anytime you want to hear that song, you have full ability to hit play just by walking and standing right where I am now.
I'm gonna give her some space.
We also have all these other devices set up. We have that flashlight. If you want to make it go on and off, you can let us know that you're here and in this room.
Oh, I turned right when I turned my light off too.
Mrs. Whaley, just to confirm if that was you, can you turn our flashlight back on?
That was me.
The heart attack that I just had. I'm the 10th death in this house.
Oh my
Okay, I'm the 10th death in this
god.
house.
That's really good.
Can you try it one more time, Mrs. Whaley? Turn it all the way off. Just that way, just like you're doing. All the way off till it's completely dark one more time for us.
Oh my god. Would
Wow.
you be able to walk in front of this music box for us?
Maybe she
Which
said
REM
they had
pod
that.
is that? I can't
This
tell.
one.
I couldn't tell which one it was.
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Can you do the music box now? Just simply walk in front of it.
Please. Did you hear that tap?
Yeah, I did. To any spirits that may be up here with us right now, can you give us a noise of any type? Anything to let us know you're here. Are you moving?
I'm trying to balance. I keep losing my balance.
Because I hear the floors creaking, but
Also, I just want to say that we set that down, how it was spiking up to those colors, and I haven't seen it go
It
once.
has not. It has
Not
not.
once.
Oh.
So that's just like, because sometimes I...
now it's going the second you said that, it started going off.
And this just turned off. So sometimes
This is insane.
I'm
There it goes.
like, what could that be? You know what I mean? But the fact that it hasn't spiked in 10 minutes just makes me know that whatever, it's
Flashlight.
working, you know? It's working.
For the longest time when I started working here, I'd get home and I was just drained. I was, bad pun, but dead tired.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, I learned that you come in here with energy and you're a cow ready to be milked.
Do you like taking energy from people? Because I honestly feel drained right
I
now.
do too. I'm sweating. I'm
I'm like,
a little nervous.
flashlight.
You guys know this downstairs.
I know. If you'd like us to stay up here talking to you on the second level up here.
All of them are off right now. If you make 2 of them go on, one, we'll stay up here and do a spirit box session up here with you. 2.
Okay, is it true? Do you want to talk to us through the spirit box? If
Wait.
you do.
Sorry, Mrs. Whaley, can you please turn this flashlight off for us?
What the? I don't
want
get
that?
it. I don't
Just like
get
immediate.
it.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question. Now all
Alright.
devices are off, Mrs. Whaley.
If you want us to come in there and I can't. If you want us to come in there and physically talk to you, where we'll be able to hear your voice, can you make one of the devices go off in this room, whether it be the music box or the REM pod in there? I just got the coldest breeze on your ear. It's like someone went in my face. Yeah, like a.
Anna
Wait, why do you say Anna?
Height,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
mostly height. I mean, you're being teased, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
True.
What can you do?
Wait, how do you feel about Boo Buddy in the kids' room? Oh my god!
And everything just went off.
I'm gonna grab Boo Buddy. Oh. 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 Oh my.
It's like they just, I don't know. I feel like before we were standing too close. We were crowding,
Yeah.
okay? We were crowding them. I took the
Wait,
bear
wait, wait.
out. Now
I was
they
just
want
gonna
the
say
bear.
that. Dude, maybe, but what if they want the bear in that room? Do you think they want the bear in that room?
All right.
Like you took it away
This
from them?
flashlight hasn't gone in a while. Mrs. Whaley,
Oh, wait, wait.
or to the kids, if you want the bear in the kids' room, turn on the flashlight. Will you turn it off, please? And I'm gonna ask one more time.
I think they're in this room right now setting off this music box.
But what if they're standing right here reaching for the bear? Because they want the bear, so that's why it's
True.
going off consistently. You know, I brought the bear out here.
Do you want us to put the bear back in there? His name's Boo Buddy. Flashlight. Anna Whaley, are you the one who we're communicating with right now regarding Boo Buddy? Flashlight just went off.
Anna Whaley, if it's you up here with us right now, could you stand right in this doorway for us? And then we'll know it's you. I feel
Just-
like I keep hearing like whispering and talking like from this back.
Really?
Just like,
One of the probably one of the more common reports from like an hourly guest as backstage noise.
Really?
Backstage, like talking and just very quick figures
Wait.
walking across.
I think a REM pod just went off.
I heard 2 tiny beeps.
Yeah.
It was like quick baby.
But it didn't really sound like our REM pod. It was more high pitched. Okay, I have a question for any spirits that may be up here. We have our REM pod sitting over here and in this room over here.
What are you gonna say?
We know.
I know.
They're like,
Show offs. I was gonna ask, can you put more energy into it and make one of the colors go off?
I'll show you once how to do it really.
Now
Here's
that
the other
one. What was that?
I heard that too. What was that? That sounded like an alarm, huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't your equipment?
No, because I was downstairs. Make a noise if there's someone down there who wants us to come down.
The flashlight just
Flashlight.
went on. If you set off one of our other devices, any of them, in the next 10 seconds, we'll come downstairs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh no.
The flashlight just went off.
On 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
It was literally like they waited.
Should we go downstairs?
I mean, that was like a pretty obvious yes,
All
right?
Let's grab our stuff then.
Alright.
I truly believe that there is a curse here. I think Thomas Whaley lived through it. As staff begins to work here during the first few weeks, almost flawlessly, everybody has experienced either bad dreams or just a very moving event in their life.
Oh
And
no.
almost everybody that I've met that has been hired here, bad dreams.
Oh my
Goes away.
god.
What was
It felt like someone just like put their like fingers around my
I
side.
saw a full flash of light, and I don't know if it was our flashlight that changed or not, but like it looked bigger than the flashlight.
Oh my god, this is gonna look so creepy, but this is exactly how it felt. On my side, right here. Like that. Like from behind. Like
God, this corner's looking super nice right now.
Playful? Or
That's like
Trying to-
super gentle, like
child, adult?
oh, maybe child.
Well, I was gonna say that's the height of a child. That flashlight just went, it's like going crazy right now.
Interesting. No, that's exactly what it was. Like a child when they run up to their like mother from behind them, you know, and they like just like kind of like tug at them.
Mackie, it's like,
Nips?
it keeps going off every
Is
time
it?
you say something like that, yeah.
God. No, it's literally.
I missed it.
The backpack just fell
tipped.
over.
Did you hear it? I'm sweating right
I
now.
am too. It's like burning. I don't even know what to do.
Go downstairs. Get me out of this corner. Flashlight.
I'm grabbing this flashlight. Little girl.
Little girl, there it is.
All right, any spirits that you're communicating with up here, we're gonna head downstairs now. If you want to come with us down there and talk more, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, thank you again for letting us come up here and talk to you.
Before you guys leave, I'd like for you guys to stay at least so I can close up.
Oh my gosh, you were freaking hilarious, of course.
There's moments where I don't, it's not a big deal, like I'll just close up whatever, I'll open up whatever, but once in a while I just won't be okay with being by myself.
Wait, what was that?
Does it like hit?
Yeah, it did. Did you hear it over us talking?
Won't be okay with being by myself. Won't be okay with being by myself.
Wait. Maybe it was the creaks of the floor. I'm crazy.
Was it full sound like a?
It sounded like a whine almost, like it was the beginning of a cry, like
It
a
did.
like
the baby goes like.
like a sick baby, like if a baby has a fever. Now I'm sad and I'm
Like if
thinking
you're done
about.
playing with them and then you just left them upstairs and
Oh, don't say that. Okay, little boy, you want to come down with us? No, I'm just kidding.
Little boy. I'm like really nervous for Parlor.
I am too.
Like we were upstairs with like the wife and kids. Now it's about to get real.
I also feel like downstairs is where a lot of the more tragic stuff happened, you know? The daughter died. What was that?
It sounded like sprinting from somewhere, and then like a, almost like a collar, like a dog collar.
That's what I heard was like a dog collar.
I still hear
It
it.
sound like a dog running then. I heard like trampling.
Move.
What?
There was such a shadow figure outside of this window.
Outside the window?
Like, looked like a person peeking in. I thought that it was the front of the house for a
Oh
second.
my god, what is that? Is that a chair? Oh my god,
That's a barrel. It's a barrel.
That's a barrel. Hey, dude. But it wasn't that barrel.
No. I could see the shoulder and I could see like the heads, like the shape of the head. That was so weird.
Chills.
That was so weird. I thought that was the front of the house for a second, and even though I knew I was watching you walk to the front of the house. It was like child height, like literally just peeking in right at window height. Like it was no taller than the top of the head was right here. I don't know, that was weird.
Wait, okay. The children, have you felt or seen any kids here?
Yes, multiple.
Do they feel like real kids?
Yeah. Like I felt them like touch my elbow earlier.
Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, just like at like shadow figures though, you know?
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering.
And then actually there was one thing that I saw in the theater. The family like lineage that had died from the poison. And it looked so much like her picture, and it was like loose, like baby blue or white, and it literally looked like a ghost. Like if you it was like a glowing like white figure kind of thing. Like definitely didn't look like a living person. Child height, and it had that same haircut where it looked like her picture in the dining room. And I saw her standing on the stage, and while everything like around the stage was dark, she was light. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
where that's like why she caught my attention.
Yeah.
But that was the only other child figure that I saw. Marion.
Interesting. Let's get started in here. I think we should take like 2 minutes. What?
I'm getting really uncomfortable. Like it's.
I know.
I can't be in a room by
Did
myself.
you-
Like I need to be with you guys.
No, totally. Did you hear what I just said? I was like, I say we take a breather for like 2 minutes, just because I'm getting like.
I'm looking at you this whole night.
Yes.
Since we got in here. That's crazy.
Oh.
All right, yeah, let's step outside for a
Okay,
second. We'll take
yeah,
a
just
breather.
cool
Do a
with
little
Regroup.
decompression. Okay, yeah, just leave me in here, guys. That's fine.
Well, you're lagging. Something just touched my arm 1,000,000%.
That's all you. I'll take
No, wait.
This is crazy.
Not a soul in sight.
All right.
You guys want this light on, off?
Maybe off. Yeah, off is soothing.
Soothing.
Soothing to the sick minded.
Oh, the sick.
I'm sorry, but look at this creepy fog rolling in right now.
No.
I'm feeling better now. I feel drained though.
I do too. I feel completely different out here than I do in
Yeah.
there. Like, it almost feels like a different world in there, you know?
You just read my mind.
Where it's like this pressure, it's hot, it's stuffy.
Yep.
I don't know.
America's most haunted house.
But they happen at odd times. Babies,
Yeah.
pets, dishes, not gum smacking, but like teeth smacking,
Okay.
throat clearing, and then just your run-of-the-mill footsteps. If you've never heard ghostly footsteps, they sound just like regular footsteps, but there's nobody upstairs. You just open the door and you're alone. You just turned off the alarm. You know for a fact there's nobody here, but those footsteps sound like people footsteps.
No, we've heard it multiple times where it's like, and we're like sure someone's coming up behind us, turn around, no one's in sight. Like even in there, it sounds like someone's sprinting up behind us. No one was there.
And now we have to go back in.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh yeah. No!
Where are we thinking? Parlor or the portal?
I think Parlor and often Portal. Yeah? Oh, there's a weird smell in here.
I smell it now.
What is that? Well, it's gone now. It's just like a quick whiff.
What does it smell like?
Man. I don't know how to describe it, but like not a cologne, but just like,
Like a dead man or a live?
no, like a live man, living man.
I'm gonna set it in this little crease so it doesn't. I don't know.
Little
I
nook.
feel like it's secure there, you know?
Right.
I heard a footstep.
I heard that too.
The dining room.
I was literally had the camera on you. I put one right underneath this arch where the hangings happened.
I sort of tap behind me.
Which one?
Music box in the hallway, REM pod on the dining room table. Perfect. Yeah, literally just pointing straight in there.
Calibrating.
Oh,
Right? I feel like
I do smell that.
Like just a whiff real quick, right?
It feels like
not a cologne,
no,
but
like a
something.
deodorant cube or like a.
Yeah.
the camera just lost focus completely on you and then refocused.
Oh no.
It's funny you guys mentioning Ouija boards because we used to. I think we still sell them in the gift shop.
Ouija boards?
Yeah, it's almost irresponsible, and I mean I kind of side with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many places sell them. It's just like saying to one liquor store or like a Target, you're responsible for selling alcohol. Are you?
True.
That's true.
That's the lawyer in me, though.
You're not a lawyer.
No, I'm not. Still,
Capo.
lowly. They're like, no, you're not. You're just
Oh my
a
god.
lowly YouTuber.
You say lawyer next to the courthouse, and the cat ball goes off.
They're like, oh, I'm not a lawyer. I can't defend you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I thought one went off behind you.
Did you hear that? It sounded so loud upstairs.
What?
It sounded like one large thud. I can't defend you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I did hear that. Now that you said it. But I heard it like
I said the L word. Oh.
cat ball. Whoever keeps setting off this cat ball, can you walk in front of the...
It goes off and then starts again immediately.
Can you walk in front of the courthouse or the general store doorway?
I'm part of the dining room.
Can you walk from the dining room through the general store? It's getting closer. Oh my god.
I'm sweating. My back is so hot. I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it. Can you make it stop?
My ear just started ringing.
This is which one?
Left.
That's a bad sign.
Bad in what sense?
Ear ringing is supposed to have like spiritual meaning, like someone trying to give you a sign or like an
Warning.
whether it be spirit guides or guardian angels. And so when you get a ringing in your left ear, it's like a warning sign. It's like dangerous or not in your best interest to do whatever you're thinking of doing. What was that? That was loud. Was that from in there or upstairs?
It sounded like it came from upstairs. That was clear.
It's super clear.
That one you could literally feel too. Like it wasn't like you just audibly heard that. Like you could feel it in the house. To the spirits of the Whaley House, my name's Amanda.
I'm Mackie.
I'm sure you know your friend over here.
Banjo.
It is I, Banjo.
We have some devices set up all around this parlor, all around the downstairs area that you can use to make yourself known, if that's what you want. You've been doing it all night, but we want to start...
Oh. I'm getting like the worst headache.
I'm sweating. Can you make it...
Stop.
Last thing that we have, the spirit box. We can set up.
Was that you?
We can set up. We can set up. We can set up.
Did you make that? Did you hear that?
I heard that. Same thing like you said, almost like a little whine.
Yeah.
Very similar to what my dog does when I'm holding his food bowl.
Yes.
I love how every sound you hear you recreate.
I know.
100%.
Well, video like
Well, I've
ring.
noticed that 100%. If it's the marble hitting the ground, she still goes for it. You're gonna have to put me insulting you in the
Oh
video
my
because someone will do it
god.
right after.
Yep. Well, because it's like I'm thinking maybe like by me making the noise, I'll ring a bell for you to be like, oh my god, like I heard that noise.
No, I know. I hate it when I'm talking shit about you and they do that.
I know. They're like, joke's on you.
Should we do it in here or in there? You scared me. I was like, Max's possessed.
God.
She's
All of a
gone.
sudden, my throat just got like choked up.
She's gone. That happened to me upstairs.
Did it?
Yeah, when we were talking about how Mama Whaley passed away, I kept like just getting these little scratches in my throat.
Yeah.
Are there any clocks that work in here?
Time doesn't exist in the Whaley House.
Okay. Well,
No.
hated that.
There's no clocks in here?
None that work. Or none that are in wound up in working order. It's like a casino.
Oh, God, that's why time's going so fast in here tonight. Alright, we'll just give that a go. If they want to turn it off, they'll figure it out.
Explodes.
I know. Alright, well, any spirits that may reside on this lower half of the Whaley House, we're here just to talk to you and ask you some questions.
Are you open?
So-
Oh, go ahead.
Is this flickering? If you'd like to talk to us, can you make this flashlight turn off completely? Just give it a good old tap and it will turn off.
Good old body slam. Oh.
All the way, and we'll open a line of communication with you and hear what you have to say. Do you not want to talk to us? If you don't want to talk to us, can you turn this flashlight off?
Or make any of our other devices go off.
I heard that.
What was it?
Just sounded like a...
Like a step or
Yeah, almost like something like tap.
Hey, Mackie.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I just saw his phone slide across the floor in front of my eye. I'm like, something's coming. Wait, what were we gonna say?
It was so blurry for so long. Can you turn that flashlight off? All the way off?
Is Yankee Jim? Wait, what's his name?
No, that was right.
Yeah.
Is Yankee Jim here with us? We heard that you used to come into this house and probably still do reside here and make yourself known to the Whaley family. Can you make yourself known to us the same way you did with them?
Being myself right now. I can't turn around, Mackie. I literally
The
can't.
flashlight's about to go off.
Okay.
I think, yeah, that's your answer.
I absolutely think it's one of the criminals here, but I'm not 100% sure that it's Yankee Jim.
Okay.
We also have Juan Verdugo.
Okay. It turned off when you said his name.
Juan, if that's you, are you able to turn that flashlight back on for us? Or mess with any of our other devices that you feel comfortable with?
We also have William Marshall.
Go by Billy.
Bill Marshall.
Bill. Alright, we'll just go down the list. Bill Marshall, if you're here with us right now, can you give us a sign? Make any of our devices go off, or make yourself known in any other way.
Which one, Juan was the firing squad.
The firing squad was Antonio Garra.
Oh,
And the reports of a native man, I mean, those have been here since ever.
Well, yeah, because of El Campo, right?
Yeah. Cemetery.
We're basically right next to the El Campo Santos Cemetery, which is the oldest cemetery in San Diego, and
it also used to be much, much bigger than it is now, and they ended up tearing it down to build, like, historic downtown.
basically Old Town.
So while you're walking up and down the sidewalks, you'll see, if you look down, little tiny, like, little marker on the ground, and each one says gravesite.
Yankee Jim. What the fuck? What was that? What did you hear, Amanda?
This is honestly like the weirdest freaking thing that I've ever described, and I'm really about to out myself here. It sounded like Spurs.
Yankee Jim. Jim.
But
Wait, Spurs?
when you ride horses, like Spurs,
Oh, like that you
goes in
like,
the back of your boots.
like the
But
Cowboys
here's the
wore?
thing, like Spurs, when you're walking, they kind of turn and rotate, and
Flashlight went off.
I watched. The noise that it makes is super, super specific of like the spur turning on the little, that's what it sounded like to me. And I would have never been able to recognize that noise unless I did years of rodeo.
Yeah.
That's literally what it
Did
sounded
Amanda hear the noise of spurs? Oh,
all of a sudden the flashlight just worked.
I know. See, I don't know what spurs sound like. To me, it sounded like metallic.
Sounded like spurs. 100%
Okay.
not a doubt in my
Oh
mind.
my God.
It sounded like riding spurs.
Do you know of any cowboys? Like, everyone had horses back then, right?
You did have Yankee Jim coming down from Northern California, a known horse thief.
Oh, he was a horse
Wait,
thief.
no, he was not.
I know he was a
Bro,
I knew he
I
was both.
I said Yankee Jim, and then the spur sound happened. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
I saw the light, I didn't hear anything.
What did it sound like to you?
A full-on voice from in there.
I didn't hear it at all. That just went off right at the same time that you said I love your sound effects. 100%.
Oh my God.
Never without fail. I'm so excited to look back on the footage. Okay, that I heard. Yankee Jim, if that was you that Mackie heard, can you make our flashlight go back on, please?
Oh my God.
My jaw just popped, it dropped like
Pop it, drop
pop
it.
If there's any other criminals here with us, can you, Yankee Jim, or the other criminal, turn the flashlight on?
Okay, if Yankee Jim or anyone else here wants us to go into the courthouse and talk to you, can you give us a sign right now?
That's the sign.
Can you give us one more sign? Or any of our other devices?
What was that?
It just sounded like a really loud creak, like in
Yeah.
the doorway, like somebody just stepped into the doorway.
All right, we have 30 minutes left to talk.
I heard almost like a very deep, like a
From which way?
Would it like stand?
like rear hallway almost. And it's got this crazy wave of cold
I felt that too. I definitely felt that.
down the middle of
Yeah,
the room.
exactly where I felt it.
Hey, what's so crazy is that like I move this and it doesn't go off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know it has to be like,
Oh my
it
God.
has to be working.
Oh, so it turns on.
I say we go into the courthouse and we get
All right,
this over
okay,
with.
okay. Here we come into the courthouse. I'm so nervous for
Bringing our
this.
flashlight. I'm bringing the spirit box. I'm leaving the red pod.
Oh my
Yep, leaving
God.
that.
What? Now it's going off constantly. What the actual... Can you grab that antenna, make the colors flash?
This just shot up so bright, Mackie.
Now that one.
They're both going off.
They're both going off.
The colors haven't gone off one time.
Not once. It's all temperature, and all three of us have been feeling tonight
Yeah,
is temperature.
temperature.
Stop, non-stop.
Alright, safe courthouse.
All right. Okay, does something not want us to go in there, or does something want us to go in there?
What if
Because
something's warning us not to go in there?
Would you heed the warning?
No.
does heed mean we go or
No,
forget
he
it?
doesn't, like, listen
Respect the
to.
warning? Would you?
Respect is a different. And all
Okay.
of them go off.
Let's test it one more
Do
time.
you not want us to go in there?
Bro.
I was gonna say because like out of fear, like there's something in there that's bad.
Okay, this is freaking
Make
me
them
out.
stop if it's something bad in the courtroom. We'll give you 5 seconds. Turn everything off. Make the house silent. 3. Something
No,
bad.
stop it.
That was 3 seconds it took to turn everything off. I was gonna say turn them back on. Okay, here's where I'm at. Part of me is like, clear as day. Whatever is in this house with us right now is obviously warning us, telling us, whatever you want to call it, asking us to not go in the courtroom. But I feel like we're at the Whaley House, the most haunted house, and we'd be fools not to go in.
You be first.
Go ahead,
If I went first,
cowboy.
follow me in my spurs.
All right.
And then Lassie, this is gonna go off. Don't get scared. Immediately levitates.
Gets her thrown. Oh gosh.
All right.
Oh, my head immediately
I know.
started hurting. Immediately.
It's like this pressure.
Yes. Chills.
Okay, this is actually insane. I just felt one of my hairs get pulled out of my head. Like, felt it and heard it. One of the hairs on the back of my head, I just felt it pulled out.
Oh my
One
God.
hair. Like, you know when you can feel
Okay,
it's like
turn around.
one hair that gets
Point.
pulled?
All right, on the count 3, point to exactly where you felt it. 1, 2, 3. No! You see that? I pointed to the same at the exact same time. Pointed to the same spot where your hair's messed up.
Like somebody pulled
Yes.
it. Ball.
One spot on your head where it's pulled out.
It has not stopped. No.
Now it's stopped. How do you feel in here?
I actually feel terrified.
I know.
Not even gonna lie.
Me too.
I'm actually gonna throw up. But I feel like I can't.
Wait. It sounded like a chair in the corner moving.
But I feel like I can't.
Wait. Do all the chairs look like where they're supposed to be?
They're all connected, bro, aren't they?
Oh my God.
What?
It felt like something just touched the flashlight. It felt like something just touched my arm.
Okay, let's just take a second.
Okay.
Take 3 deep breaths.
Do you hear that?
Can you, everyone heard that?
Oh my God. 3 deep breaths.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I need them. I need the deep breaths.
I said we did a spirit box session in here and try
Okay.
and connect with some criminals.
Okay, I think we should bring one REM pod in, but I don't know.
Michael Jackson, smooth criminal.
The flashlight.
It's like, all right, yeah,
Okay.
go get a run pod. Look at me, get a run pod.
I'm coming with you though.
I scared
Oh my
myself.
God, that scared me.
Nice.
Dude, just grab it.
No, I'm not touching that one. Hold the camera.
I'll tell you guys about Rachel Pye.
What's that?
It's Thomas Whaley's mom. In a ways, it's kind of her blood that runs in this house.
What was her name?
Rachel Pye.
Rachel?
Oh my God, that's the most-
P-Y-E.
What?
That is just the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. The flashlight was at the end where we left it, and it just slowly turned off and everything went dark.
There's something in that courtroom. Turn the flashlight on.
my
It went on. It
God.
went on. It went on. It went on.
I just want to ask one more time to make myself feel better. If there's spirits in here that are trying to warn us not to go into the courtroom, can you make those REM pods go off again?
That flashlight went on, and do you want me to tell me your my honest opinion and what I thought, like what popped in my head when you said that?
What?
Why would we tell you again and waste our energy warning you when we did it so many times before
Yeah.
you went into the room and then you went in anyways?
I agree.
Yeah,
Like,
the
I-
flashlight just turned off.
Oh, nice,
I
nice.
did not want to look in there.
Like, if I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of like the vibe that I got when you asked the question. Which I don't blame them, you know.
I think you got the answer you didn't want.
And I did it anyways.
I know.
Gosh, I'm my mother's daughter.
Sorry, Christy. All right, I guess, do we go in there?
Yeah.
What's one more hair pulled in?
The fact that we pointed to the same spot made me sick.
You're gonna look at that footage and be like, what the hell?
Flashlight keeps turning on and off. I'll go first.
Okay.
If there's something in that courtroom that wants us to come back in, make that flashlight turn on. 3. The second we stepped in here, the flashlight turned off.
Okay. I just want to say, we're all protected by God. Before we talk to anyone in here.
You're not allowed to come near us. You're not allowed to touch us. You're only allowed to communicate with us using our devices or speaking directly to us. Do you understand? Make that flashlight go off if you understand what I'm saying.
All right.
Where should we set this?
Jury booth. The portal, yeah? Jury booth. It turned on.
Follow me.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah. Wait, could you hear that?
Was that not you?
A footstep? Alright, I'm turning on the spirit box. We have 10 minutes left to talk. We only want to talk to spirits of positivity through this box. Nothing negative is permitted to talk to us or touch us.
Turn off that flashlight if you understand. I'm gonna ask again. All right. Turn on the flashlight if you're ready to open a line of communication with Mackie and I.
Turn it on. The fact that it's happening so much.
Temperature warning, wait.
The fact that it's happening so much that we're used to it at this point. All right, here we go.
That went off. What is that? Is it broken again?
All right, is anyone here with us? Yep.
I heard that too.
What's your name?
Temperature warning.
Can you say your name?
I just got a really weird feeling.
Me too. I'm starting to feel like physically sick.
I am too, but like, are you okay?
Yeah. No, sorry. I was like freaked out because I like my body is feeling weird. What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
I'm kind of having a hard time breathing.
Like I'm feeling I'm not. I'm just like my body's just hurting and feeling really weird. Like I have a weird burning, like nauseous.
I do too. It almost just seems like the longer that like I'm in the house, like the stronger it gets, you know?
I feel like I'm in physical pain right now.
Really? Okay, we can
This is going crazy.
Alright, let's ask some questions with the light. It seems like that's
No spirit box?
spirit box is making me feel weird.
Okay.
I don't know about you. I think
Honestly,
it's super similar to
now that you say that, once you turned it off, I started to feel a lot better.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, similar to what you said about the cattail.
Yeah.
I saw like a black blob in the very, very corner upper of the room, almost like a rat on a wall, like some sort of white, either a flash, but over in the parlor, just a very quick white.
I also saw a white flash when I was over here setting up the camera like this. I saw it in there, but it wasn't like it was there and then gone. It was like a glowing, and I saw it for a second, almost like a light was on.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like my skin's hot, but I'm getting chills.
I feel the exact same way, where it's like cold breezes, but I'm still cooking in
It's like
here.
a fever, like when you can't get warm, but you can't get cold, and it's just miserable.
All right, I really am dying to check out outside, like just where she, like show where she jumped in the well and stuff.
When we're done in here, are we allowed to like walk around the outside?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Outside.
I just didn't know if
is
that gets shut down or...
forever. No.
Okay. I guess let's ask
There's one thing I want to know.
What?
If this really is a portal, turn that flashlight on in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, if it's not a... They both just went on. No, wait. And now temperature.
Was it? Okay, that makes sense.
You hit the table,
Yeah.
and we didn't go off, and we all went, oh, and reacted to the noise, looked at the table, and it went off.
I went like this, and at that time when I snapped, both of them went off. So it's like it was trying to be funny, like when I snapped.
Right when you
And then the tap over here.
Oh my god.
Okay, snap again. We'll see if it turns off.
That was a bad snap. I was gonna say the first one was a bad snap.
Wow. The first one, I was like, that was a really bad snap. I literally thought that.
Okay, we have a few minutes left.
If there's anyone here that wants to make your presence known, now is your chance. Through any of our devices, our REM pod here, our light on
What was that noise?
It was me. That was me.
Wait, that like it sounded like something moving across the floor. Did you guys hear that? Like,
I think it was just like a really good voice effect of mine. Was it not?
No, you were talking while it happened. You guys didn't hear that? This is the second time I've heard it in here, like a chair. What?
I know.
Everyone stop hurting towards them.
Can someone set off that red device in the jury box? Go near that red light on the floor.
In 3.
What?
You didn't hear that? No. Okay. Make the REM pod beep. In 3. What's... Oh.
The REM pod!
I said in 3 and then I heard something over there, so I didn't finish 2 and 1, but I can almost guarantee you it will be on 1 that this started going off.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna pack up our stuff and go. If there's anything else you want to do or let us know, you've got about 2 minutes left. You can take all the energy from our camera, all the energy from our light. Just give us one last sign to let us know that we were talking to you tonight.
Something just got brighter over there.
There's something just lit up. The flashlight went off, but it was like a blue light almost. What was
I
that?
have no idea. I saw it too. Mostly on this wall that has the picture of Thomas on it.
Can you tap our cap while we have set on that?
Internal
vortex?
temp too high. Allow it to cool.
You're kidding.
The camera just overheated for the second time in here. We have no camera. If it was you in this courtroom that made our camera overheat, can you turn off that flashlight now? We'll know it was you. Yeah, please. If it was because you wanted us to leave, can you turn that flashlight off? We'll grab our equipment and get out of your hair right now. Just turn that flashlight off and we'll know. Yep. Alright, we've overstayed our welcome. We'll grab our equipment and get out of your hair.
Oh god, the vortex. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
What?
My back is stinging. No. I'm scared. Alright, if there's some, I really hope there's nothing there, but it's stinging.
Looks totally fine.
Really?
Literally not even a mark on it. A little orb just flew by on your camera.
We'll say it's happened.
Really?
I've gotten scratched.
It was literally like right, like in this area, it just started stinging.
Does it feel hot?
You touch me?
No, I never made contact.
No, you're kidding.
Like,
You're actually kidding.
I swear, I
You
did.
didn't touch me.
Not like with my right hand, no. I did not make contact with you.
Did you see? What?
What did it feel like?
It
Fingers?
just felt like her, like
What?
went like that on me.
No, I
like you
never-
were holding my back and it freaked me out.
I started to reach, but you moved away before I could touch you. I heard that. That's how.
100% someone or something touched me.
Well, we overstayed our welcome. Definitely freaky.
I 100% like thought that you just like went like that and were like holding my back. That would just freak me out.
Get me out.
Alright, well, our camera's working again.
Alright, we're about to set off the music box, Mackie.
Okay. Smells like lemon.
It does.
Lemon.
Lemon plunge.
Yep.
But like, have you ever made a natural lemon cleanser with vinegar and lemon?
No.
That's what it smells like, or like lemon and hydrogen peroxide and stuff.
Homemade.
Like
cleaner.
homemade cleaning products. That's what it smells like.
Mama Whaley.
That's literally what I was thinking.
Oh.
Well, you're talented. Is that the one that you tripped on?
No,
Is
is
this
this
one, right?
one?
Just hit your
Yes.
Or somebody pushed.
Wait, that kind of sound like that
remember your furniture
noise.
moving?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you remember?
I do, yeah.
I like didn't even know where to focus on the pain because my entire body hurt.
That's no way.
It was really weird.
Go.
Good night,
Good-
Mrs. Whaley.
Good night, Mrs. Whaley. What is that?
Wait, that's what we were hearing earlier.
Wait, that is.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
That's what it sounded like.
Even if it was just like one, like
Wait, what is that? What's the purpose of that?
doorbell, you little
Doorbell.
muff.
Okay, granted, it could have been a
No, it's
person.
too late for
It
me.
could have been a person, but.
Tongue.
Well, that wraps up tonight's investigation at the world famous Whaley House.
America's most haunted house. Takeaways, thoughts, questions, concerns?
That was probably one of the most active places I've ever been.
I think that was also one of the most active places I've ever been. Even coming from the Cosmopolitan, and it was questions like back and forth where we're like, this is the craziest thing we've ever experienced. And then we come to the Whaley House and that happens.
Let us know if you guys want us to come back at any point and stay longer.
If you guys
Later.
if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like us, hit that subscribe button.
But other than that, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.